one.
What up, guys? J&J Picks here, back again with you to another video. Today, we're gonna be talking about Thursday night's game, Eagles versus Cowboys. We're gonna tell you about our picks, what we have there, and we're also gonna be talking about our fantasy football league. Well, it's really not that good of a league because we are learning, but we are gonna be talking about it. RJ, what you got?
So before we get into the picks and before we get into our fantasy football league, I want to take a second to thank everybody who has subscribed on YouTube. We are currently sitting at 28 subscribers. That is amazing, guys. We've only been doing
Yard.
this for like 2 weeks. It's way better than what we expected. We appreciate every single one of you guys. If you're not
Yard.
subscribed, take a second, hit the subscribe button, share it with your friends,
Yard.
hit a like, leave us a comment, tell us if you like our picks, tell us if you don't like our picks. Do you want more money lines? Do you want player props? Give us some feedback on what you guys like.
Yard.
And with that being said, we're going to roll straight into Thursday's game because that's the main game we're going to focus on today. You've got most of our picks for the weekend. But when it comes to the Eagles and the Cowboys, Jesse, what is going to be your bet for Thursday's game?
All right, guys. I got a 5 leg parlay, big parlay coming up. I've got Saquon Barkley to go over on his rush yards. I set it at 80 yards, me personally. Um, and then I have Jalen Hurts to get an anytime touchdown because they like to do that tush push. Then I got CD Lamb to go over 71 and a half receiving yards. Then I've got Dak Prescott to go over 225 pass yards. And then I've got the Eagles money line to finish up the parlay. Let me tell you why. Saquon Barkley is going to do Saquon Barkley things. I told you why Jalen Hurts is going to get that touchdown. CD Lamb is going to get them receiving yards just because of the fact that the Cowboys are going to be trailing most of the game. That's what I'm predicting. That the Cowboys are going to be trailing most of the game, and they're going to be forced to throw the ball to catch up with the Eagles. So CeeDee Lamb is going to be their number one target when it comes to that, and that pretty much explains why Dak Prescott is going to go over 225 passing yards. And then I've got the Eagles money line. It's the defending champions. That's what I've got for money line. What you got, RJ, for your parlay?
So for my parlay on Thursday night game, so I'm rocking with you on the Saquon Barkley over 80 rushing yards. And for anybody watching this, his line is currently set higher than that. I think it's actually at 97. But on certain books, you can actually move the line up or down. And since this being week one, even though I have all the confidence in the world that Saquon Barkley is probably going to push 100 rushing yards, I'm going to reel it back a little bit and get closer to under his average for week one at 80, just like Jesse has. But where me and Jesse differ a little bit is I think Barkley's going to get in the touchdown. I think he's going to get it. They both might get it, but I'm betting on Barkley to get a good breakaway and just burn it down and get in there, and nobody's going to catch him. And then I also believe that the Eagles are going to win the game outright. Those are going to be my three. The three that I have are currently at a plus 125 on the sports book. If you parlay it, probably today and tomorrow before the odds change. So my current wager for this bet is going to be a $5 bet, and if it hits, it's going to pay out $11. Not big, nothing crazy, but we're on week one. We're going to do some little bets for me just to build up the bankroll and see how people are playing. I've got what Jesse's bet on here. Jesse, you want to tell them how confident you are in your bet?
I'm confident. Let's just say I put $5 on it, and we can cash out a good little bit. Just because of the fact that the Eagles are the defending champions. They are the 2024-2025 champions, and Saquon Barkley was the best player last season. It does not. Saquon Barkley was the number one player last season. So Saquon Barkley is going to get those rush yards. They're going to feed him through there. And what do the Eagles always do whenever they're on the 1 yard line? Tush, push. They're going to put Jalen Hurts inside the end zone. Like I said, this game is going to be very Eagle dominated. That's why the Cowboys are going to have to play catch up. Plus, that Cowboys defense isn't looking too good, especially after the loss of Micah Parsons. That's why I'm so confident in this bet. But hey, football, it's week one. It can completely go the other way. So yeah, that's my take on that.
No. I completely agree with everything you said. And for the people that are watching the video, Jesse did put $5 down on it, and his current odds for his parlay is if his bet hits, he turns $5 into $27, which is still a pretty good payday for a week one pick on one game. And keep in mind, guys, we've got a long season ahead of us. So the first couple weeks, probably the first 2 or 3 weeks, we're going to be betting probably more bets, but smaller wagers just to get a feel for how the teams are playing, the offense is rolling, the defense is going, see what we do like and what we don't like. And as we start to develop a groove with the teams, the bets will probably be less amount of bets, but bigger amounts of money on the bet because we can dial in and actually get a lot of good value for not only us, but for you guys too. So instead of us having, you know, 10 $3 bets or 8 $5 bets, say 3 or 4 weeks from now, we might only have 3 $10 or $15 bets, but they might hit for a couple $100 instead of 10 and $20.
Yeah.
All right. So since we are, that I think that wraps us up for our bets on the Thursday's game. I know I'm happy with my bet. I know you're happy with your bet. As we roll straight on down to our fantasy football league, we have Mr. Jesse as the number one power ranked player in our fantasy football league. Do you want to tell the people listening why you got ranked number one with your team?
Uh, Excuse me. Say that again.
So on the fantasy football league, you were ranked the number one player with the best team. You want to tell everybody listening why you're ranked number one? Like
Well, it's
who's on your
a
team?
6 man league that we have. Yep, it's a 6 man league that we have set up at work. So and some of the guys that are in the league don't really know how to play fantasy football, and I'm very well experienced in playing fantasy football. So I knew what to draft and what not to draft first round, second round, and when to draft what. Um, so
Which is
what
actually
my with
kind of
my
funny.
first overall pick. Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, not to interrupt, but was actually kind of funny because Jesse didn't tell us how the draft was going to go. So round one, all of us except Jesse thought we had to draft quarterbacks on the first round. So while he had the leg up on getting what picks he wanted, the rest of us were in the dark, so to speak, thinking we had to go by some kind of preset player selection instead of it just being pick whoever you want. So, that was a learning curve for the rest of us. But back to what you were saying, I just had to throw that in there so people know, us rookies got.
Yeah, 100%. I was see. Listen, I will teach you guys how to play fantasy football during this season. But one thing I'm going to do is get the leg up and make sure I win this league because I know how to draft a fantasy football team. But now they know how to draft a fantasy football team. They know not to go grab a quarterback first. They know that they need to go grab a skill position first, aka running back or a wide receiver. But with the first overall pick, I took Jamar Chase. I was not going to leave him on the board, so I took Jamar Chase. And in the second, oh, mind you, I got the fourth pick in the first round. So it was pretty much dead square in the middle of the draft. And um with the fourth pick in the first round, I got Jamar Chase. In the second round, I got Justin Jefferson. Like I said, These guys do not know how to draft a fantasy football team. So, uh, it pretty much went like that. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. I got Brian Thomas Jr. in the third. Then I got Devon Achane, Josh Jacobs in the fourth and fifth. And then in the sixth, I took a quarterback, aka Jalen Hurts, which is still great value for people taking Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, and other quarterbacks like that in the first, second, and third. So I feel like I got great value from that. And then I got I hesitated to grab a tight end until later. So I grabbed Evan Ingram, and I think he's going to do great on the Broncos. I grabbed the Broncos defense, and then I grabbed Chris Boswell. What makes up my bench is Emeka Buka from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I've got Murray Hampton, T.J. Hawkinson, Chuba Hubbard, Aaron Jones, Drake London, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. I've got a stacked bench pretty much. It could honestly be a starting team, but like I said, nobody knows how to draft on this league. What did you get for your draft, RJ?
Yeah. So my team, again, thinking, round one had to be quarterbacks. So my round one, which I was second to pick in the draft, or the first round, I was second to pick in the draft, and the first pick that I took was my quarterback, and I got Jaden Daniels. And then as we rolled down further into the rest of the rounds, my next pick was Jameer Gibbs, which I wanted him anyway, so I'm happy about that. I also got Derrick Henry in the third round. Super stoked about that. I love Derrick Henry. When it started getting to the wide receivers, I noticed everybody else was picking them up, so I didn't get the wide receivers that I wanted. But I got Mike Evans on the Bucks, which he's good. I mean, I've won some bets off of him last year. And then I got Scary Terry McLaurin on the Commanders. I actually really like him. I made some money off of him last year too. I just know that he's not one of the top receivers anymore, but I still think he can put that work in. Then for my flex, I got Bucky Irvin, which I still like that pick. And then for my defense, I got the Steelers, and then my kicker, I got Jay Bates off of the Tigers. And then rolling up my bench for
Excuse me, what did you just say?
the kicker,
Yeah, what team did you just say?
the Lions.
Oh, I thought you said the Tigers.
Did I say the Tigers?
I was about to flame you.
No, the Detroit Tigers are the baseball team, ain't it?
Oh yeah,
I've
I
been
just thought it was
I've
funny.
I've been watching a lot of baseball here recently. If I mix up some teams, you have to correct me. But yeah, okay. So it is the
No, I just thought
Detroit
it was funny.
Lions, but I'm pretty sure it's the Tigers are the MLB team. Maybe I don't know. But then my bench, I got Dallas Goddard as a tight end. I got Henderson from the Patriots, the running back. Travion.
Well, I like him so much this season.
Oh,
I think he's gonna do so well.
I do too. I think he's gonna be good. I've seen some clips of him here recently. I think he's gonna be a beast. And then another
Heck
backup
yeah.
running back I got Montgomery from the Lions. And then my backup quarterback, I got Bo Nix, wide receiver that I like, but is questionable at the moment, is Khalil Shakir from the Bills. I got Sutton from the Broncos, and then a backup defense, I got the Cardinals. And in our league,
That's
the ESPN bet shows like power rankings and all this stuff, which I'm new to all this, so I was looking at it. And currently, Jesse is ranked number one in power ranking and has the best team, obviously. And with the picks that I just said, it ranked me at number three. So not bad. I'm in the top three out of a 6-man league. I could take that. I'm top half. I'm okay.
which is honestly not bad, especially for drafting your first ever team. And I feel like you would have struggled even more if it was a 12-man league or a 10-man league. But you being blessed with a 6-man league, I feel like you got done pretty well.
Oh yeah, and I mean I feel like I got some pretty solid picks. I mean I got Daniels, Gibbs, Henry. I mean those are my top three picks that I like the best. But I mean I still got Scary Terry. I got Bucky Irving. I mean I got Khalil
Hey, let me know if
Shakir.
you want to trade for a wide receiver. Let me know if you want a better wide receiver, like an alpha number one. I've got two on my bench that are alpha number ones.
I'll trade you Khalil Shakir.
Nope. Nope.
Uh,
I've got Amon-Ra St. Brown and Brian Thomas Jr. I'm willing to trade.
my backup wide receivers, I got Khalil Shakir and Cortland Sutton.
I don't want any of them.
I will say my bench is not that great, other than Travion Henderson and maybe Bo Nix. And hot take, I really like Bo Nix as a quarterback. From what I watched of him last year in the late part of the season, he was putting in work. I mean, dude was passing. He was scrambling out of the pocket. He was getting some rushing yards. I mean, granted, I know he's
And
probably
dude,
not.
he's good.
You know what I mean? Like he's definitely not a bad quarterback.
No, dude, he's good, bro.
No, I
Like
definitely
him a
wouldn't
lot.
say he's top five by any means, but I
No,
think he's
definitely not.
good.
No.
I think for my backup quarterback, having Bo Nix is pretty solid. I mean, I didn't end up with like a bottom five quarterback of the league or anything.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm actually really excited for this week. Not only are we rolling into week one of NFL where we're finally getting to watch football again, we can make some money, make some bets, and now we're doing fantasy where I have a team that all of us together are playing against each other. Like that's dope. Like I get why people do this now.
Yeah.
Like this is cool.
See, and usually people will go all out and they will like have like a draft where like they just go to a person's house, like chill out, like do like select a draft order, like they have like a little sports game like on how you want to draft and stuff like that, and then like you'll grill and stuff like that. I really enjoy stuff like that because it just makes it more fun. Um, and like if you play for money, like each person gives $20, and like you'll all play for money and stuff like that, and like the winner gets so much, second place gets so much, and like third place will get like their $20 back. Like I feel like that just adds the excitement and adds like like the give, like oh I want to play. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure. And what if you were to bet on it, would it be like a weekly bet or is it for the full season?
For the full season. See, like you'd go like the full fantasy football season, then you'd go into the tournament, and whoever like wins gets like the money.
So
But one thing that I really like to do in fantasy football is fantasy football punishment. If you lose the entire league, dude, there's some crazy stuff that you can do to like punish that last player because they lost. Like you're like, bro, you did not care. Like that's usually most of the reason. Like you just did not care to put players in, take players out, and stuff like that.
oh yeah, for sure. No, and I'm down with that because I mean next year when we do it, we can get together with everybody that's in our league. I don't want to say names so we don't dox people or if they don't want to be all over the internet like that, but the people that are in our group, we can get with them next year, and if everybody's down, maybe we could do some type of cookout over here or at one of their houses and figure something out, see who's got the most room, and do like a little get together and do the draft on a weekend or something. And then whenever we get back to work, maybe we can get all of everybody together, maybe this Friday, and see if anybody wants to throw any money in on it and maybe do something for the season, or maybe do the punishment thing. We can all agree on like maybe like a punishment bowl, like we all throw random punishments in a hat, and whoever is number one wins at the end of the season gets to pick out of the hat, and whoever's in the bottom has to do whatever the random punishment would be. So it's fair, you know what I mean? Like people had to come up with it,
Yeah,
and the person that won isn't directly doing something negative to the last guy. It's more of like a by chance thing.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So there's no bad blood between friends.
It's awesome, dude.
I like
It
that
like
though.
that's just
I'm
the
100%
stuff
down
that
with that.
makes fantasy football fun.
I'm 100% down with that.
Well,
I like all that. Yeah, I think we're gonna
yeah,
have
it's so much fun.
a easy, quick episode tonight, guys. It's Tuesday. We got one game coming up on Thursday. The meat of the schedules happen Sunday. So we wanted to get this video out for you guys because it's early. I mean, we've had the lines for a while now, so a lot of the bets. Normally, this Tuesday video would be us picking out high value picks, early line value for you guys before the weekend gets here, because this is around the time normally all the early bettors would be getting in on the early line movement. But since we've had this lines and odds out for a while now, we're just sticking to game one and our fantasy stuff. But I don't think I have anything else for everybody tonight. I think that wraps us up. Jesse, you want to send us out on some stuff, and then you can pass it back, and we'll wrap it up.
Yeah. So guys, please remember we have a TikTok page. We have not posted anything on it yet, but we are working on that. We will subscribe to the YouTube, like, comment. We enjoy all of the interactions that we have with people. Just trying to you know it, talk to people and stuff like that about our picks. Um, take our picks, and if they don't work out, flame us for it. Like, what are you doing selecting CeeDee Lamb for over 70 yards? Why are you doing that? No, blame us for it. Tell us that we're wrong, stuff like that. Uh, if I thank you guys so much for listening, watching, hanging out with us. Um, RJ, you send us off, bro.
All right. So I also agree with Jesse. Please, guys, send us anything. Hit us in the comments. Literally, one or both of us stay logged in on the YouTube. If you comment, we see it. We can heart it. We like it. We want to communicate with you guys. Let us know if you like the picks. If you don't like the picks, just give us whatever you feel like you need to tell us, because maybe we might be able to adjust some picks or take your advice. I mean, anything can happen. We've got a long season to go. And like Jesse said, we do have a TikTok coming out. It'll probably be similar to this, but short form. So it'll be bets, updates on the fantasy football, and over on our YouTube. Everybody who watches, please subscribe, share it with your friends, leave a like, leave a comment, let us know what you think. And going forward from Tuesday up until game days, if you don't watch the videos, or if you've got friends who don't have time to sit down and watch the long videos like we're doing right now, we're going to be posting shorts throughout the week with all of our bets. So that way, if people just want to get the picks, they can get the picks all week long, rolling up until the next time we record. But we would really love it if everybody could just come to the YouTube, subscribe, like, show us some love, because we're doing all this for you guys. We're doing it to make some money, and we want to make you guys money. We want everybody to get paid this NFL season. That is our goal. And speaking of our goals, our current subscriber count is at 28. All 28 people that have subscribed, thank you so much. But we're going to set a goal by mid-September. We want to try and be at 50. So if you guys can help us get that goal, we appreciate it. Drop your names in the comments. Send us anything so we can show you guys some love. With that being said, we're going to wrap it up for today. We'll holler at everybody on Thursday night. Everybody have a good night, and I hope your bets hit.
Peace out.
Peace out.